God, this place is such a freaking mess right now. I swear to God. I just want to burn it all to hell sometimes. Oh, hey guys! I didn't see you there. Welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Knick-Knack, hanging out with you guys tonight. You may have noticed I haven't gotten a new vid up in a couple of days, and that's been a couple reasons. Number one, I am hip deep in a mess here in the Plastic Planet. I've got a really big reveal coming in the next couple of days, so stay tuned. Be on the lookout for that. But it did require me to kind of rework how I have the downstairs archive room of the Plastic Planet, and as a consequence of that, a lot of things kind of spilled in to this area of the Plastic Planet. So things are just kind of a turned upside down mess right now. In addition, I have been feeling a little under the weather lately. Not like full on sick or anything, but I kind of had this giant outbreak of cold sores on my back.
Humpies on his face! Humpies on his face! Knick-Knack's got goddamn humpies on his face!
I've been getting cold sores all of my life, ever since I was a little baby. I don't know how the hell that happened. Probably my parents let some herpes-infested leper kiss on me or something at some point when I was a baby.
Humpies on his face! Humpies on his face!
Way to drop the ball on that one, Mom and Dad. But, nevertheless, so I've been dealing with that and haven't really wanted to be on camera with that issue going on. But I am feeling a lot better, and it was time to get a new video up. So that's what we're doing here tonight. And tonight, we are going to be talking about gentle giant statues and how to clean them. Because I've got a lot of gentle giant statues that happen to be extremely dusty up here. Ones that I haven't actually ever shown off here in the Plastic Planet. They're based off that old Clone Wars series from 2000 and 2003, 2004. The in between the Attack of the Clones and Revenge of the Sith, that micro series that was on Cartoon Network, with the kind of the funky animation, hand drawn animation, very from the same guy that did Samurai Jack, Jendy Tarkovsky, I think. If I'm butchering that name, let me know. But nevertheless, so I've got a ton of statues based off of that rendition of the Clone Wars, and God, they're just dusty and full of spiderwebs up here, as you can see. So I'm going to show you guys the proper way to dust a gentle giant statue, and in addition, show off some gentle giant statues while we're at it. So, yeah, it should be a good time, guys. So, yeah, welcome to the show. Let's get on with it.
Knick-Knack's Plastic Planet. With your host, it's Knick-Knack!
Alrighty guys, so as you can see, I'm up here on a ladder, and yeah, there's just tons of dust and spider webs up here. But anyway, this is a really nice collection I have here. I collected most of these, several years ago. They're not my most prized possessions, I'll be honest with you. But they do have a place here in the Plastic Planet. And so every now and then, about every 2 to 3 months, I climb up here and I dust these things. And I'm going to show you guys how I do it, because there is a right and wrong way to dust these things, believe it or not. And I believe, in my opinion, I've kind of figured out the best way to do it. So I'm going to show you guys how I do it right now. Alrighty, so for this demonstration, I am actually up here in the kitchen of, it's not technically the Plastic Planet. This is my wife's abode now. But nevertheless, I'm upstairs here in the kitchen, and I have my Anakin Skywalker Clone Wars Gentle Giant. I guess these were called maquettes back in the day, I'm not sure. But as you can see, he is, if you can see on camera there, he is just full of cobwebs. I mean, yeah, he really needs a good cleaning. Now, let me show you something. Alright, so right in front of here are a few traditional routes that you would probably take when you're dusting collectibles and whatnot. You got your glass cleaner, which I do love glass cleaner, especially this glass foam. This is really good for cleaning detolfs, and of course you got paper towel, or you got your duster. Well, here's what's wrong with both of these. For me, cleaning a collectible, especially a statue with glass cleaner, is really problematic, especially when you're dealing with a lot of folds, like in the cape and whatnot, like this figure has here. I mean, look at that. You gotta get that rag all up in there, and it's really kind of time consuming and irritating to do so. In addition, using the duster, which might seem quicker, just poses a real threat to the figure, because all of these little microfibers on there like to grab onto things. And when you're dealing with a fragile polystone statue like the one in front of us, you could actually really make this statue vulnerable to breakage by dealing with this stupid thing. So this is great for shelves, not for statues. So here's what I do. Alrighty, so check it out. This is just so simple, and you know what, you may already do this yourself, but I'm just showing how I do it. And you know, it's like you got all this dust on here. You got to kind of have to be careful because this figure just comes right off there. You can easily break it if you don't carry it around properly. But look at all that dust. All I do is turn a little warm water on, nice and gentle, real warm, no soap, nothing. Just nice, gentle, warm water. Give it a nice little warm shower, you know, like it's an infant, like it's a little baby. And just run it under there. Real simple. Just run it under there, get in those folds, and there, look. Look how great that looks. Look how the colors are already popping right out of there. Looks fantastic. I keep a towel right over here for it to dry and let it air dry. I don't try to towel dry it or paper towel dry it or anything like that, because again, you're just risking breakage with all the manhandling on these kind of things. So just keep the amount of manhandling to a minimum, and that's it. Boom, done. All right, let's do it. Let's do some more. All right, check it out. General Grievous. Now, he's a real fragile son of a bitch. You got to be real careful with this one. He's a great-looking statue, but yeah, very, very fragile. All these little integral parts and stuff. You know, any of these like hang up on something, and you're looking at some severe snappage. So we're just going to be very careful. Gently remove him from the stand. Again, just nice, gentle, warm water. I don't know why it's got to be gentle, warm water. Seems like warm water cleans a little better than cold water, but I don't want to get hot water either. Just nothing that's you know, we're just keeping this as mild as possible. Getting those cape folds, and then boom. Look how clean he looks already. Just and again, we just air dry it, and that's it. Base, nice and clean. Same thing with these two ladies. They don't detach from their base, so we just run it right over there. Get their lightsabers nice and clean. Make sure they don't fall down the sink or something. Don't accidentally turn on the garbage disposal. Okay. Real nice. Nice and clean. Check it out. Original Clone Wars Yoda. That's a really nice piece. I ordered him off Action Figure Express back in the day. Anyone ever order off Action Figure Express or still do? I probably haven't ordered off Action Figure Express in like 15 years. Nevertheless, really cool looking figure. Get him nice and clean. Alrighty, so of all of these, this is probably my favorite one. Princess Leia with R2-D2, absolutely gorgeous piece. They actually made a life-size monument out of her more than a number of years back. If anyone has that, let me know in the comment section. I've always thought that would be a tremendous piece to have. Really, really pricey, but this rendition here is really, really cool. I don't know, it just for like an animated kind of statue, it really kind of captures Princess Leia. It's powerful and yet sexy and sleek. Really, really cool piece. And R2-D2 looks sweet as well. So we'll just give her a little shower too. Watch those colors just pop right out as that dust goes off of it. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. Kind of like a wet t-shirt contest. Alrighty, got some more original trilogy love here. I do love this piece a lot. Look at all the cobwebs on it. If you can even see it, I don't know if you can see it in the camera. The lighting's not too good up here in the kitchen. There's actually cobwebs inside of the Jawa sleeve here. So these guys are really a mess. But then again, really, really cool pieces. Give C-3PO a bath here. Get all those cobwebs out of there. Yes. Give it a nice once over. And bam, look at that. Beautiful. Look how great they look. Yeah. Pretty awesome. That's a great piece too. Here's probably my second favorite piece. This is Luke Skywalker here on Hoth. Looking really, really awesome. This piece doesn't look as bad when it gets dusty. For some reason, the white snow and whatnot hide dust a little better than on the other pieces. But still, really, really cool. Imagine if they would have done a series based off this animation style of the original trilogy. You know, something maybe between, you know, A New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. How sweet would have that been? You know, instead we got Rebels. But I digress. Nevertheless, let's give him a little bath, get him all shined up. And there you go. Look at that, looking fantastic. I love this piece a lot too. A lot of these are still available on eBay. I don't know what they're priced at these days because they are kind of old and they were limited edition. This one, for example, is 1,916 out of 4,500. So I mean, they were limited edition. I don't know what they're going for. I haven't recently priced them, but I know you can still find these on eBay. Probably pretty readily available. I don't know. I don't know how rare they are at this point. I see them at collector and trade shows all the time, and still in comic book stores locally, frankly. Yeah, but it's really, really cool. That's a great piece. Alright, you got Darth Vader here. This is another great piece. He really, when he gets dusty, boy, he just looks just filthy. I don't know. Again, I don't know if the camera's picking that up. You can just see how dusty he is. Look at that. Yeah, he's filthy. So we'll give him a nice warm shower. You know, believe it or not, I mean, I'm a huge Darth Vader fan, as you probably know if you're a subscriber or a longtime viewer of this channel. But this is not anywhere close to my favorite Darth Vader. I think it's that face sculpt they put on him. I know it's supposed to be a certain animation style. I don't know if it's really showing up on camera there. But I've never been a real fan of this particular piece, even though I do own it, and I have no plans on getting rid of it. But yeah, just never's been one of my favorites. Nevertheless, looking really, really nice. Shines up real nice with just a little warm water. And you can see this figure a lot clearer. Stormtrooper. He, of course, detaches from this base, so I have to be kind of careful with, you know, posing him in front of the camera. But you can see all the cobwebs on him and the amount of dust that's on there. So he's a nice piece. Kind of looks like the Stormtroopers from the Disney Rebels series, which, you know what, I would have liked that series a lot more if the Empire was actually a little more formidable in it, rather than being a bunch of Keystone Cop ass-grabbing morons. Yeah, you know what, it's not good writing when your heroes are when the villains, I should say, are the underdogs in every single episode. That's my biggest gripe with Disney's Rebels. Not missing that show one bit. Nevertheless, let's give this a little bath. And yeah, look. He cleaned up nice. Look at that. Beautiful. Just a little cobweb. Yeah, see, he detaches real easy. Got to be very careful with handling him. Pulling him down off and on the shelf is problematic. Got to be kind of careful. Alrighty, and last but certainly not least, here's Han Solo. Look at look at all the spider webs on him. He looks like a statue out of the haunted mansion at Disneyland. But yeah, this is a great piece as well. And you know when I mentioned this earlier in the vid, but you know, I look at these characters, these central characters in this animation style, and I remember at the time thinking that maybe we were going to get some kind of animated show with the original trilogy characters in this style. And I got to tell you, I had my hopes up for about 6 months on that one. Never happened, but nevertheless, that would have been cool. Let's give him a little bath. See how he cleans up those spider webs off of him. And he's another one you got to be careful, because he'll come right off that stand, as you can see. Some of these are permanently attached, some of them are like loosely attached, and so you got to be careful handling them, otherwise you could have a really, really bad day with one of them. But still, that's a great piece. Really cool. Sorry, I had my head in this whole shot, but what are you gonna do? Alrighty, so here they are all lined up and drying, looking really, really nice. So that's all there is to it. I mean, that's probably self-explanatory, and this was probably the biggest no shit Sherlock video I've ever done. But nevertheless, I don't know. I've seen a lot of people asking questions in community collectible forums on how to dust their collectibles, and I do think for this particular medium, just gentle giant statues, not like Sideshow Premium format where you're dealing with multimedia medium materials such as soft goods, but with just straight up statues, I think this is the best way to go. Alrighty, and last but certainly not least are my two large-sized gentle giant pieces, statues. And these are more realistically based. Gotta be very careful with this one. This is one of my favorite pieces I own, at least as far as gentle giant statues go. I mean, it's just, this is Asajj Ventress and Count Dooku. I love this pose. There's a lot of creative license put into this, but it sort of like has this real like kind of perverse Sith Lord sex vibe going to it. Really dig that. You know, multiple blades going everywhere as she's kind of embracing him, kind of snuggling up against him there. It looks really, really cool. And you know, they really did nail, I think, the Count Dooku. That looks a lot like Christopher Lee. And Asajj Ventress looks great as well. So I'm gonna take this apart a little bit and give it a little shower as well. Gotta be very careful here, taking these apart. kind of fits around him. You don't want to scratch it. There you go. See how cool she looks. Just give her a little bath. Getting those folds, you know, of her, oops, I don't want to do that. Getting the folds of her skirt and whatnot, just get that water in there. And yeah, and then the colors just seem to pop. Really dig that. And of course the same with the Count Dooku portion of the statue. Get him under there. Again, getting those folds. This one actually wasn't too dusty this time. I've seen him in a lot worse shape. Again, looking fantastic. Really good looking figure. Alrighty, finally is my Darth Vader. This came out with Revenge of the Sith in 2005. I pre-ordered this piece a number of months before it came out. This was actually like for the day. This was a very expensive purchase for me. I think I spent over $200 on this back then. That was, you know, in 2005. We were kind of on a limited income back then. Just had our first baby boy. My oldest was born when I got this statue around the same time. So this was kind of a big deal. This was a big present to myself, and this was honestly a kind of a grail piece in my collection for a really, really long time. It's still really nice and holds up nice, but you know, compared to a lot of the fare I've gotten from Sideshow, including Hot Toys and premium format figures, this doesn't hold up as well anymore. But nevertheless, still really cool. Gotta be kind of careful with him. Again, getting those folds, getting those cape folds, and he's got a lot of cape folds, as you can see. And then, yeah, check it out. Oh God, oh God, it's not broken. Yeah, check out how good that looks. I'm sorry, the lighting in here is not the best, but yeah, that's a fantastic piece. All right, now while those are drying, I'm going to get back up on that step ladder and dust the top of the details. I won't show you guys that part. I think this has been pretty boring as it is. Nevertheless, and then I'll show you guys the final result as they're all cleaned up and properly displayed. Alrighty, so while we're waiting for those to dry and for me to show you the final result of my cleaning tonight, I did want to point out that, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, I do have a little bit of transition down here in the archive room of the Plastic Planet. Now this is my staircase going down into the archive room. For all my longtime subscribers and viewers, you'll note if you've watched any of my room tours, typically this is where I had all of my my Denver Bronco memorabilia. I'm a huge Bronco fan, still am. In fact, I think I kind of pleased the football gods this week because we did get a win over the Pittsburgh Steelers, and maybe the humbleness of me taking down all my Bronco shit helped. But nevertheless, I kind of wanted to get this more of a collectible area as opposed to my football collectibles, which I've stared at for years and years. And I kind of wanted to do something different because I had a lot of pieces that I felt down here in the archive room that didn't get a proper display. So that's kind of what I'm going for here. I've got my kid, my DeLorean behind me. So that kind of stuff is going to go up in this hallway. Very 80s centric collectibles. It's going to be really, really cool. So I'm working on that. In addition, as we walk downstairs into the archive room, I have changed around a little bit. I had my video game station over there. That is no longer the case. It's kind of dark down here. I do apologize. I've changed out. I had a bunch of action figures displayed in that large utility shelf. I've kind of changed those out because they kept falling over, falling behind it. And yeah, I had a lot of nice, nice modern Hasbro figures set up there. Figures that I do kind of care about. And they were falling back behind those utility shelves, and it was impossible to get to them. And then they're just at the mercy of little critters that may be living down here in the wintertime. I've caught a few already, and I just don't want my figures exposed to that. So I did take those down, replaced them with those ships and whatnot, and I think it looks okay. Then, of course, I got my video game station over here, and I do have a big reveal coming. I have a very slightly large purchase coming to the archive room of the Plastic Planet. It'll be here later in the week, and so watch out. Like I said earlier in the video, watch out for that great big reveal. I was making room down here for that, but as you can see, in the meantime, it's really, really jacked up and messy down here. So that is sort of a project in the works, and stay tuned because I'll show you guys the end result. And I'm thinking it's going to be pretty damn cool down here. Alrighty, and here they all are, back up on their shelf. Got it all cleaned up, got it all dusted off, looking really, really nice. I do dig how all those colors kind of pop on these Gentle Giant statues. Looking really, really awesome. So yeah, thanks so much. If you're still watching this video, I really do appreciate that. I know this wasn't exactly the most exciting Plastic Planet episode I've ever created, but you know what? I just didn't have anything new to show off, and I've been in the middle of cleaning, so I thought I'd kind of take you guys through a little bit of my process on how I clean my collection. Everyone has a different way of doing theirs, and this is sort of how I do mine. And you know what? Another one of my super subscribers mentioned to me, last summer when I was kind of talking about how I hadn't bought anything new and I didn't have really anything to show off. One of my really good super subscribers, and I'd like to say he's a friend as well, Paul. He's one of my subscribers, like I said. He mentioned to me that, you know what, sometimes it's not about, going out and finding the latest and greatest thing, but appreciating what you have. And those are very, very wise words. And I still do very much appreciate all these pieces, even though they're, getting up there in age, but nevertheless, still gems nonetheless. Alrighty guys, well, that's going to wrap up this edition of the Plastic Planet. I hope you've enjoyed this little tiny showcase and slash maintenance episode of the Plastic Planet, showing off my Gentle Giant animated busts, or statues I should say. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and thank you so much for sticking it out with me. Please do stay tuned to the channel, though I do have a big reveal coming later in the week. It is in the mail, it is on its way, and it's going to be pretty goddamn awesome. I'm very excited to get this particular piece, and I will be showing that off to you guys within the next couple days, hopefully. So anyway, stay tuned for that, like I said earlier in the vid. Alright guys, well, once again, thank you for joining me here on the Plastic Planet. Please do like, share, comment, and please do subscribe if you're not a subscriber already. Don't let this video be a complete and utter example of how my vids usually go. They're usually a little more exciting than this, but nevertheless, hey, maybe next time I'll walk you guys through how I pick up dog shit or vacuum the house. I'm just kidding. So, alright guys. Well, hey guys, have a great week, and remember, life is short, so fill it with some goddamn plastic crap. Alright guys, till next time, love ya. Later.
Cookies on his face! Cookies on his face!